Hey, I got a part 2 calling out Gen Xers, man. We ain't finished. This a beef I'm instigating from jump. Make sure y'all like the video. Let's get into it.
What the hell did Gen X and all these older generations expect that Gen Z would be able to do once we reached adulthood? I know what they wanted us to do. It was ingrained in us by the time we were 6 years old and entered kindergarten. We were raised at the height of mental health awareness. We were raised at the height of environmental awareness. We were raised at the height of everything progressive under the sun. We took that very deeply. We took that very personally. Many of us have carried that throughout our entire lives. That was the role that was handed to us by the time we were 6 years old. We were 6. All of the hope was on us. Where were the adults? So now here we are. We're the adults in the room. And what tangible thing do we have to hold on to really make a change? You know what we have? We have astronomical costs of living.
Facts.
We can't afford groceries. We can't afford rent.
Facts.
We can't afford gas. We have a fascist regime taking over the United States of America.
Facts. Okay.
What do you want us to do? What the did you expect us to do when you didn't do jack shit to give us any sort of scaffolding to grab onto? What was it? Just passing on of accountability? Was it too difficult? Was it too messy? Was it too uncomfortable for you guys to touch? So you passed the torch on to 6-year-old kids?
Uh-oh.
What was it? I want to know. We deserve an answer.
Y'all stay with me on this one. So the baby boomers and the Gen X's, our parents and grandparents, are always saying this generation's so lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to do anything. Why would we? Because look at what the system has done us. We're burnt out. Gen Zs don't want to work because they see how burnt out the millennials are because they can't get ahead in today's world.
Facts.
Okay? Y'all come from a society where you worked, you could afford a house, you could afford a family, you could take your family on vacation, you had a nice car, and you worked 40 hours a week, off every weekend. Now what's even crazier to me is you got people that are making $100, $120, $150,000 a year that can't afford a house because
poor.
houses are
Right.
$100,000 houses now $400,000. They can't even get approved for it. Then you got kids that the Gen X is pushing college. So these kids go to college. Then they get out of college, for one, if they can even find work.
Massive
and find work,
debt.
it's a good paying job. But now student loans eating up their paycheck.
Bro.
So what's the sense? If we can't get ahead in life, no wonder nobody wants to work. No wonder Gen Z don't want to work. They're burnt out. Millennials are burnt out. It's a failing system that has failed us miserably. That's the difference between the baby boomers and Gen X and millennials and Gen Z.
And not only are, the younger generation burnt out, is you guys are in position where you're already making decent money and didn't incur as much debt as we did to secure that education, right? Now you're in position making a decent amount of money with way less debt. We have to come out of school with more debt and not a position to start in or even get a position to begin with. Nah.
Gen X, I want you guys to hold this L. And this is the L you're going to have to hold, okay? Because I'm looking at these young rappers losing their lives. And the climate that they're losing their lives over is what Generation X really accepted and pushed as real. Because what the lifestyle of these young boys now, these young men, young dolls, and, the lifestyle that they're living and the music they're promoting was what we came in and we promoted that. We accepted that. We pushed the envelope on that. And we listened to it and we consumed it. And we tried to live those lives. We lived hypersexual lives. We also lived lives of criminal behavior and promoting gang culture, and we normalized it, and here we go. So that's the L Gen X will have to live with. So if I hear any Generation X people that got some damn nerve to say what's wrong with these kids out here with these drill rappers and these dudes going crazy, Gen X, that was you.
Fuck is Gen X doing on this app? They're tweaking out. They're full on crashing out right now. My entire For You page is just middle-aged moms dropping off their kids at school and then just posting TikToks with this filter. They're like, Gen X rise. Rise against what? Who are you guys fighting? Who are you guys beefing with? No one is beefing with Gen X. No one gives a fuck about Gen X. No one gives a fuck about any of the generations, to be completely real with you. I don't know when this started or why this even started, but all these middle-aged moms are posting on this app with this filter. They're like, yeah, we're strong. I'm sure you are. That's great. But why? Who are you beefing with? Who are you rising up against? I don't fucking get it. I'm not going to be surprised if my mom downloads TikTok and just posts with this filter for whatever reason. My mom is like the stereotypical Facebook mom. She'll just post like those minion memes. Love my mom to death, but I could see her doing this stuff. I don't know why. But can someone from Gen X please explain to me why you guys are crashing out and who are you beefing with? Because I'm genuinely confused. I don't understand why y'all are just going ape shit out of nowhere.
So the other day I made 2 videos on both my pages talking about how Gen X is just horrible and they're just a terrible group of grandparents and how they just suck being grandparents as a collective, right? Like, they then proceed to get in my comments and literally prove exactly what we're all saying about y'all. We're not telling y'all to raise our children. No one said that. We're telling y'all to call your grandkids on their birthday. Do y'all know anything about, first of all, y'all are the generation known for it's everybody else's fucking fault. Right?
Thanks.
Y'all generation is most famous for smoking crack. That's what y'all, that's the reason why y'all called the silent generation. Cause y'all was too busy silent smoking crack. Had help raising your kids from your parents.
Facts.
And your children, because the minute we could fucking put something in a microwave, y'all left us at the house. And we was babysitting each other. Don't answer the door. Don't answer the phone. Don't answer the door for nobody.
Even including me.
Like, the minute we turn 18, y'all kick us out the house and act like parenting is done because you did your job. I did the best I could. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Like, the conversation was never raise our children. Niggas are literally asking y'all to call your grandkids.
Right. That's it.
You know, to come to one of their football games or come to one of their dance recitals or something. Instead of jumping on a cruise with your home gals. You know what I'm saying? Do you even know do you know anything about your grandkids? We know y'all don't know shit about us, but be better for your grandkids. Do you know their favorite colors? Do you know what they do at school? Do you know their best friend name? But then let me guess, that ain't my responsibility to know all that because I'm not they mom and daddy. It ain't my responsibility. That's the favorite. Go look at my comments. It ain't my responsibility. I raised my kids. The generation of dodging responsibilities. Just downright selfish. Then, a lot of us can't retire. That's what I fucking said. Y'all too busy living y'all life and can't sit. Most of our grandparents wasn't fucking retired. My grandpa didn't retire from the city till I was damn near in high school about to leave for boot camp. Like, y'all just, it's always an excuse with y'all. And then they hit me, then they love to say, well, and a lot of this shit my parents be saying to me when I be like, what the fuck? Wait till your kids get there. We gonna see what your kids say about you. My kid, what they gonna say? Man, my daddy suck because when we fly, we be in the Centurion Lounge, in the Platinum Lounge. Man, my daddy got me a car when he taught me how to drive, and I'm 15. God damn, bro, my daddy, he come to all my games, all my recitals. He come to all my honor assemblies. He always there, man. That nigga always there, bro. Damn. Like, dang, my daddy opened me up a bank account at 15. Right. He put me on his credit cards so I could build some credit while I'm still in high school. Like, what the fuck my kid, like, that's what they gonna complain about? Mm-hmm. Then, like, to say, to get on millennials as parents, one thing, does all the research and studies that are coming out already show and prove that millennials, specifically millennial fathers, are far more active in their children's lives than any other generation prior.
Hey, just a quick interject. I had one of my clients tell me this shit. He tell me this all the time, and I don't know how to respond to it. You a way better father than I was, man. You're a great father, and you know, with how present you are. I don't even know how to respond to that. Thank you. That shit feel like a low grade insult compliment, a low grade insulted compliment at the same time. You ain't just hand me a piece of cake. You handed me a salty pretzel with dark chocolate on top. I don't know how to respond to that. And I hear that a lot from a lot of Gen Xers. Man, you're way more present. I wish I took more time for my kids and dedication as, you know, you do. You know, you're a great example. I'm like, man, most of us are like this. Most of us millennial parents are like this. Present, because we know what it was like to not have people present. I remember what it was like to not have, to be one of the best, you know, in the state at certain sports and not have nobody come to my award ceremonies. I remember that shit. I don't ever want my kids to look in the crowd receiving anything and not know that I'm either there or not, or I'm just not there. You feel me?
It's already been proven and stated in factual research. Go look it up. I know y'all don't want to do that. So the one thing I will point to and complain and say millennials need to do better is finding balance with our children.
Work too much.
Because a lot of us dealt with y'all sorry ass Gen X as our parents and late boomers, to where when we have children, we overcompensate with our children. And it can lead to detrimental, you know, behaviors and things. So our issue is finding balance between friendship and you know, people, kids are people, and then still finding the balance of being a parent and, you know, instilling the discipline and the stuff like that.
Right.
But once we get but we know everything about our kids. We can relate to our children. Hell, half time we up watching anime and playing video games and doing the same shit our children are doing. Know all their friends are at every assembly. Hell, I showed up to my kids' end of the school year party and everybody's there. Everybody's there.
Facts. See?
We couldn't get y'all to show up to our shit.
See?
Hell, half the shit we do, y'all sit there and say our kids are disrespectful. And when they this, and then y'all complain, but then in that same breath want to say our kids are gonna think of us like we think of y'all.
No.
How that don't make sense. So clearly we're doing something different with our fucking kids, right?
Right.
Instead of getting in y'all feelings, y'all should just listen. But y'all can't do that.
That's it.
And it's crazy because like all of us millennials share similar experiences with y'all as fucking parents, as a generation, but y'all act like y'all all just so different. And then gaslight us like we all just making this shit up.
Hey, you see, right? I was spot on with what I was saying about how, you know, when I got to a certain point, shit, I would say even sooner than what I could remember. Wasn't nobody coming. I literally have to tell my son, you know, because I haven't missed one football game, any kind of sporting event ever, award ceremony, nothing, right? And I remember when we lost the state championship football game by 5 points, all right? And my whole team, most of everybody on my whole team had somebody to go to at the end of the game, right? Had a family member to hold them. I was a tough kid. That shit hurt to not have, you know, it was a couple of other kids on the team where their family members weren't there as well. It was a couple of family, you know, like I said, a couple of teammates on the team that didn't have family. So, you know, we got to cry together. That shit really hurt. It wasn't the fact that we lost. It was the fact that I knew my sporting career when it came to that was done. You know what I'm saying? And it would have just felt good to have somebody there that wasn't on my team, that knew me on a personal level that everybody else didn't, family member wise. And I could have leaned on them at that time, right? My son will never have to worry about that. I've been there for the highs and I've been there for the lows, right? But the vast majority of these Gen Xers, from what I can see, all they do is attack, right? And that's all I'm seeing. So let's be clear here. The whole thing about Gen Xers not doing X, Y, and Z and da-da-da-da, all I see, right, the vast majority of memes and poking Gen X, all y'all do is poke. All y'all do is poke down. Y'all poke. Poke. Don't say nothing to the boomers who ruined everything. Y'all complain to Gen Zers and millennials like we're the problem. Okay? And then the other thing that I keep hearing, right, the common sense is that I keep hearing from Gen Xers, this tough claim to fame is this water hole shit. Oh, we drunk water out of water hose. So did I. I literally just drunk water out the water hose yesterday. I was watering my grass and I didn't want to go in the house to get some water. I drunk water out the water hose yesterday. like this is your toughest thing? This is your toughest thing that you've done is water hose water. Right? And you guys can't say, oh, well, you're soft. Most of us millennials, most of us, right, especially if you're from the hood like I am, we grew up the same way as y'all did. We grew up the same way as y'all did, even worse sometimes. Right? So I don't see any videos of Gen Xers actually respectfully holding their position. All I see is you guys rebuttaling disrespectfully. We, as this girl in this first
Gen
video,
X and all these older generations expect that Gen
we're explaining our position.
Z would be able to do once we reach adulthood.
We're talking about where the economy is. We're talking about the main thing, right? Especially coming from the black side, right? We're talking about just being present for your grandkids, not to watch and babysit them. But you think, well, he already watched, like he said, I already watched my kids. I did my job. I did it. The moment a kid is born, right? Millennial kids were born. The moment we're born, you have that responsibility for the rest of your life. I have the responsibility of taking care of my kids, even when they're adults, gray-haired adults, senior adults probably. I still have that responsibility. That doesn't change just because their age is different. I'm not going to treat them as babies, toddlers, kids, preteens, teenagers, and young adults. No. At some point, that relationship will evolve into something adult-like, I guess. But at the end of the day, my responsibility is to take care of my kids. At the end of the day, I'm not going to die and leave this planet without having an insurance policy set for the family. That's taking care of the kids. Not, oh, well, they're such and such, they need to figure it out. That is the... Listen, bro. You Gen Xers are doing a terrible job at explaining your position, at defending your position. And to be honest with you, right? Y'all are the main ones that started this class war shit. Y'all always saying stuff about everybody else. Now that people are giving it back to y'all, y'all don't like it. It's y'all. Y'all started this. I'm just letting you know. Because I could find, it was way easier for me to find videos of Gen Xers rebuttaling Gen Zers and Millennials than it was to find videos of Millennial and Gen Zers talking crap about Gen Xers. It's y'all. Y'all, man. Instigating this beef. Defend your position. I want to see you in the comment. I want to see you defend your position in the comments without calling people stupid. And FYI, if you insult into the comment section, if you put insults, if you say anything that you're really not supposed to be saying, YouTube flags it and I can't see it. I'm letting you know right now. So please be respectful, man. Let's this is a serious topic, but let's also have fun with it too, man. It don't gotta be no, like, everybody ain't the guy in office, man. You can't just leave with disrespect. It don't work like that. Ayo Bastle TV, make sure y'all hit the like button. See y'all in the next one. Peace.